Greetings, chess players. If you don't know Anastasia's mate, that's a mistake. If you don't know the mating pattern, that's a fatal mistake. So in this video, we will look at mat designs that you may have come across before but didn't know what they were called. All right, let's get started. All the matic constructions that I will voice today, I will confirm with my own games. The epaulette mate is when two rooks are positioned on either side of their own king, occupying the escape squares. It's not limited to just rooks, other pieces can also be involved. I was playing on the chess platform and I managed to deliver an epaulette mate. Mating pattern number 2 is the knight mate. The opponent's king is trapped by their own pieces and pawns, unable to escape anywhere. Position number 1 and position number 2. There is a very interesting combination involving a queen sacrifice. Once I managed to do this in a live tournament while playing rapid chess. At that time, I had just learned about this mating pattern, and I was able to pull it off. We deliver a double check with the queen and the knight. The opponent's king moves into the corner. Then we sacrifice the queen, the rook captures, and the knight delivers checkmate. The next mating pattern is Anastasia's mate. It occurs when the knight lands on the e7 or e2 square. You can also sacrifice the queen, and the rook delivers mate. My game is on the screen. I had already successfully sacrificed my queen somewhere, and I had to think about how to win from there. But then, of course, Anastasia's mate came to my rescue. There is no match protective design. You can give up 1, 2, or even 3 pieces, but the king still ends up in checkmate. The next pattern is the weakness of the back rank. You can pause the video and think about how to checkmate in 2 moves here. Unfortunately, I didn't find it. I don't know what I imagined, but it happens. On the board is a game from a live tournament. I noticed that my opponent didn't have a luft, and the king was very poorly placed. I decided to put pressure on the piece, and in the end I managed to win. It's not just the queen and knight that work well together, but also the rook and knight. This is called the Arabian mate. In this game, I didn't have any chances, but I decided to give my opponent a bit of a hard time. Of course, I regret this and gave him an Arabic checkmate. For the Arabian mate to occur, the knight gives a check, the king moves into the corner, and the rook, protected by the knight, delivers checkmate. I didn't even know about the latest Mate design. I just always called it checkmate on a bundle, and that's it. But this mating pattern also has its own name. It's called Horwitz bishops. I've had quite a few games like that in my life. On the screen, you see the position. The queen gives a check, the pawn can't capture us because it's pinned, and on the next move, we deliver checkmate. If you think your opponent just got lucky and checkmated you, most likely that's not the case. He simply knows how the pieces work together. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and please let me know in the comments if you've ever fallen for any of these traps.